Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time.
Hello, I'm Chris Riddell. Welcome to my podcast, This Week Last Year, where I'll be turning the pages of 5 Years, a sketchbook of political drawings, Volume 1. Last December, on the day after the general election, I started doing daily drawings on political subjects to stop myself shouting at the radio. These are the drawings I did this week last year. December 13th, the day after the general election, and my very first drawing, and it's of a character that is going to haunt the pages of 5 Years, the sketchbook of political drawings. It's a troll, a cave-dwelling troll by the look of him, drawn in Japanese brush pen, a pen that I enjoy using because of its varied line, very dark lines and then light lines for shading. And this is a drawing of the troll in a soiled nappy, it's got to be said, bearing the flag of England, St George's Cross. And this troll is holding a studded cudgel labelled Brexit. And on his rather thick, gnarled ankle, he has a chain that he's just broken. And he's looking over his shoulder at us. He's going to cause some damage. And the cartoon is labelled One Nation Conservatism. December the 14th. This drawing is of a disconsolate figure slumped at the bottom of the page. A candle has gone out and she's sitting in thought. And above is a quote from the journalist George Monbiot that I thought was relevant, I think, to the way I was feeling. And it reads, "Yes, it's dark. Darker, arguably, than at any point since the Second World War. We have a government not of conservatives, but of the radical right, who will now seek to smash the remaining restraints on capital and those who accumulate it. They will take their sledgehammers to our public services and our public protections. They cheated and lied to assist their victory. They will cheat and lie even more to implement their programme." The 15th of December. Now this is a drawing of two lovable characters that through the course of 5 years, a sketchbook of political drawings, I'm going to get to know very well. One is a large, rotund, bumbling figure with a blonde mop of unruly hair, and next to him is a small sidekick in a hoodie, a shaven head, looking at his mobile phone. It's Boris Johnson and Dominic Cummings. They've got their backs turned to us because they're very busy, deep in thought. Boris, his hands clasped behind his back, Cummings on the phone, tweeting something important. Boris is saying, "So, how do I actually get Brexit done?" And Cummings is replying, "Don't ask me, I just do the slogans." The 16th of December. This is another Japanese brush pen drawing. Appropriate, I suppose, because I've drawn homage, I think, to Hokusai and his amazing drawing of the wave with the mountain in the distance. And my wave has got 2030 written on it, and it is about to crash over a polar bear, a rather forlorn polar bear who's clutching a melting iceberg. He's tottering on its surface, and the iceberg is labelled UN Climate Change Talks 2019. The polar bear is saying, good news, they've all agreed to look as if they're doing something. The 17th of December. The Brexit troll is back, drawn in Japanese brush pen, in vigorous lines. He's got a rather disconcerting, eyeless stare. On one bicep is tattooed "No Deal Brexit," and the troll is slumped on the very cliff edge, holding a scroll in his taloned claws labelled Brexit Bill. The troll is saying, I'm back. 18th of December. This is the first appearance of the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and it won't be his last appearance in 5 years, a sketchbook of political drawings. I've drawn Donald from behind. He's sitting with his back to us, his comb-over suggested in Japanese brush pen. With his tiny fingers, he's tapping away at a mobile phone, and unfurling in front of him is his extra long tie. And true to his name, he's a little bit flatulent in this drawing. And he's complaining because he's under impeachment, and he's saying, it's a witch hunt. In the background, a ravaged and dishevelled Liberty is sitting on her plinth. She's dropped the torch of Liberty by her side, and she's saying, if witches are pussy-grabbing, covert, racist, pathological narcissists. 19th of December. Australia is going up in flames. Extraordinary images on the news of forests burning throughout the vast continent. And I've drawn the cowled figure of death with his scythe, and the scythe is labelled climate change, and behind the death figure flames are rising, and the figure is wearing an Australian slouch hat, the sort of waltzing Matilda hat that has corks dangling from it, and from a skeletal hand, death is dropping a match. The 20th of December sees Boris in a canoe. The canoe is labelled Golden Age, and it's making slow progress down a particularly sludgy stretch of river towards a sign on one bank that reads Brexit Creek. And unfortunately, Boris has just lost his paddle. The 21st of December. And like today, this day last year was a rainy day, a rainy December day, and I've drawn Britannia. She's in a raincoat. The plumes on her helmet are rain-soaked and bedraggled. She's looking miserable. She's holding her shopping with the flag of St. George on it, a small trident poking out from the plastic bag, and at her side is the Union Jack shield. And she's standing forlornly next to a bus stop, waiting for an imaginary bus that might be promising all sorts of extra money for the NHS by any stretch of the imagination. The bus stop's marked Boris Brexit bus stop, and a little guide at the foot of the bus stop reads Poundland to Golden Age. The 22nd of December. And this drawing is a response to, quite frankly, a horrific clip I saw on social media promoting the film Cats, which was released this week last year. And I just watched a promotional trailer of CGI dancers turned into strange, rather inappropriate cats. And I don't know, I thought of the new leaders of the country, Boris Johnson and Michael Gove, and I imagined them as CGI cats in some hideous, disturbing musical. So this cartoon is labelled Cats, and we see Michael Gove. He's obviously got memories. He's dropped his milk bottle. Cream is dripping from his whiskers as he pouts at us in an old fur coat. And beside Michael Gove is Boris Johnson, grotesquely slinky as a white cat, possibly the principal actor in the musical. And he's just availed himself copiously of a large litter tray marked UK. If you enjoyed listening to this podcast, you can order a copy of 5 Years, a sketchbook of political drawings, Volume 1, at thecyclingfishbooks.bigcartel.com. You can also catch up on the latest drawings by searching Chris Riddell on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. And if you'd like to see the drawings I talked about, this podcast is available to view on YouTube.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time.